So this is an airplane here. Okay? So you probably already knew that, if you've flown in one or maybe you've just seen them fly. But even if you've seen them or been in one, do you know how they work? Is it magic?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Are there invisible fairies that hold the plane aloft?
All right, men, we've got a busy morning and lots of flights to carry.
Or is it science? Well, you can guess that the answer is indeed science.
That's ridiculous.
What?
So to discuss how an airplane flies, we first have to talk about the forces on an airplane, which push it around in all sorts of different directions. Now, we're going to focus on airplanes today because they're awesome, but most of these forces apply to any other vehicle. The first force acts on all of these vehicles. Really, it acts on everything. It's the weight force, which points down towards the center of Earth. Obviously, there has to be another force opposing the weight and pushing the airplane up. This force is called lift. Lift operates perpendicular to the airplane's wings, which are right here in this side view. Now, if these are only two forces, our aircraft will be able to go up and down, but it won't go anywhere. So we have to have a force that pushes the airplane forward, and this is called thrust. All vehicles have thrust, otherwise they wouldn't go anywhere like our airplane.
Why didn't you buy a car with thrust?
I'm sorry, we can at least roll down the hill.
On an aircraft, this thrust is produced by engines. There are two main types of engines. We have propellers, like this little guy right here, and jet engines, like our first model. Whatever the type of engines, they all work by the same principle. So if we draw a little side view of an engine here, the engines accelerate air out the back, this direction, and by Newton's third law, there's an equal and opposite reaction, and that's the thrust force pushing the aircraft forward. This is really the same thing that happens when you blow up a balloon and you let it go. The air comes out the back and the balloon moves forward. We have a force that opposes the thrust. It's called drag. It points opposite the direction of flight. The major type of drag is pressure drag, which is the force caused by the air smacking into the airplane. So we try to minimize this type of drag by making the airplane as aerodynamic as possible. That means that it has smooth lines and the air flows nice and cleanly over the front here. You can feel the pressure drag when you stick your hand out the window of a moving car. Honey, your hand please. When your hand is horizontal, it's aerodynamic and you really don't feel a lot of drag. But if you slowly turn your hand vertical, you can really feel the drag increasing. So these are our four forces on the airplane. Aircraft can pitch up and down. And even if they're pitched up, they're still traveling in a horizontal direction like that. Now, the angle formed here by the horizontal direction of travel and the direction of the aircraft's nose is called the angle of attack. And we denote that with the Greek letter alpha. So the next time you're on an airplane or you just see one, you can really know exactly what it is that's keeping it up in the air. Nope. No, it's not them either. There you go. Now you got it.